Welcome back to the Tommy Trials. Thomas here. We're back in Frostpunk, and you might say, I didn't know you did Frostpunk, and you would not be counted against for not knowing that I did a Frostpunk video. Because I did one, and I recorded like 7 parts. It's one of those times where I was having a lot of fun in the game, and I just played it and recorded a lot of it, and then I came back a couple days later and recorded more parts in it, which I do sometimes. And I posted part 1 and lost the rest of the parts, and I couldn't find them. And I think I deleted them, because I still have never found them, and that tells me that they're definitively deleted. I kind of explain how the game works in that video. I'll explain how the game works. This is new DLC. The Rifts DLC is part of the Season Pass, although I think it's out to be purchased individually. Literally all it is it says that it introduces a new mechanic, which is a bit of a stretch. It introduces bridges. And that's it. And a new map, which requires the need of bridges. So, not that inspired of an expansion, all things being equal. Essentially, because I'm playing endless mode and not child Opolis? So can I pause? Alright, so here's the deal as for the story of big old map. Alright, here's the deal for the story of Frostpunk. Essentially, it's like Steampunk, except you've been hit by an eternal winter, and as you can see, the temperature drops on day 1 or day 3's morning, and the temperature drops again on day 5. What's this give me, anyways? Anyway, so you start with people. The furnace gives us heat. We have just an itty-bitty little bit of coal that we're going to flip this sucker on so it can run. We've got to be careful about people's heat, or they get sick, they start dying. You kind of see how it works as we go along. I'll put a link at the end of this video for you to watch part 1, because it actually shows the beginning of the game. So we'll do this. Wood is important. That's some steel. More wood. I want to make sure that we've got coal coming in. And then for now, alright, so we've got ample amounts of coal, 20 people working on acquiring us wood. Engineers are important because they can do a lot of things. Built the first bridge. Thanks to this construction, we will be able to reach distant resources. Expanding our city onto neighboring areas will be necessary to survive. So we will expand. I don't know how long we'll make it. I'm not that good at playing the game, if we're being honest with ourselves. So of course, if you play the game a lot and have recommendations, let me know. I love how when you turn the furnace on, it melts the snow around. I think you can name individual people now. I'm not going to do that because I'll never be able to see. So there's different times of day where they work and they sleep and things like that. I'm going to speed up time. Like, none of the decisions I make I would probably actually do if put into this situation. So don't take most of the decisions I make in this game as personal digs against me, because... Alright. There's different laws that we can sign. There's adaptation and purpose. Purpose is, we're not going to do purpose right now. We're going to do adaptation. And, child labor. Safe jobs for now. You can either do safe jobs, in which case children can work in safe workplace. Hope will fall slightly. Child workers can be injured in accidents, which happens, which is unfortunate. Or you can do child shelters. Children will be safer if they stay in child shelters during the day, and they won't cause any mischief. Hope will rise, providing all children with a place. The child shelter gives you a permanent hope bonus, which is nice, and you can build the thing. We need the kiddos to work, though. So we'll just have the kids go and get some crates. And I've got 5 more workers who can work on that steel wreckage. Let's get more wood. These are frozen trees. That's nice. I can put a well, bridges are expensive. I can put a thing. I mean, I'm not building that, but... Okay, so let's go ahead and speed up some time. Collecting resources. Not a whole lot to watch at the current moment because we're gathering things. You can see how tall the snow is, though. I mean, it's above their heads. Definitely a post-apocalyptical area. Building tents. Need to get a medical post in, and then whatever moolah, or not money, but wood we've got left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. The reason I built a medical post is they take care of patients. Keep them from getting sick. So there are things that we have to keep in mind. The heat level of a room. Right now they're comfortable, so they don't get ill at all. They get sick when they're out here. This is a new button we'll play with later. New to me. Probably, I don't know how new to the game it is. But being intense, they sleep, they don't get sick. Right now, there's not a big temperature concern. We're doing alright with coal. Turn on temperature overlay, and you can see kind of the temperature and how we're doing. The colder it gets, the more ill they can become, and when they're freezing, there's a small risk of requiring an amputation. When it's very cold, there's a low risk of becoming gravely ill. Not great things. Sick people can't work, and we need everyone to work. During free time, if I recall correctly, they build. Otherwise, they don't do much of anything. We need to keep an eye on food. Let's go ahead and build. Get some roads being built here. Put a through road there. I quite frankly do not remember what exactly roads do for us besides looking nice. I think they help people walk a little faster.
The work shift starts.
Stockpiles. Can I fit a cookhouse here? I can't. Can I fit a hunter's hut here? I cannot. Alright, so let's go ahead and build one of those there. We'll build the cooker's house, or hut, right next to it. We need to get these cleared out just so I can build more. I know this map's not easy. Probably not the best map to start with, but it's DLC, so it's worth trying. Probably won't build it till it's done. built to. Let's speed up time again. Not a whole lot to watch. Gotta wait on things to be built. Decision time. A child is injured at work. Child got distracted and has been injured. The accident was not serious and happened entirely due to the child's carelessness. Child won't work for 24 hours. Hope will slightly rise. Hope will fall slightly. Hope is not great. So let's give the kid the day off. As much as it pains me, we'll accomplish a little less right there. Getting a little bit of steel income. Really what we need to care, what I care about is wood and coal. 217 coal. Alright, let's keep going. Need that coal. Steel wreckage was depleted, that's okay.
Time to rest, folks. Work's out for today.
Alright. Once you put engineers in your workshop, you get to do research. I don't think. We just unlock. Oh, I need to do all of this, don't I? Okay. Coal thumper is helpful. Sawmill is helpful. So these are all helpful. Does not work during the night. Check out the book of laws. I can get them all jobs, which is nice. Emergency shift, which isn't really needed right now. Here's one. So, we'll try everything to cure the gravely ill, from invasive surgery to amputations. The gravely ill will be treated in medical posts. Hope will rise slightly. Alternatively, we can't cure the gravely ill, but we can at least keep them alive. We won't risk dangerous amputations with radical treatment. The gravely ill will be kept alive, but untreated in medical posts. Hope will rise slightly. Discontent will rise slightly. The grave ill will not be treated or made a burden. I'm gonna say we cut off the limbs. It ups the hope, but it also ups the discontent. But that's needed. You might say, why is that needed? That is needed because eventually we can make other things. Got 15 workers working on that, 15 workers working on that. People are also working up here. Get those workers, and I can have 15 workers getting food. And we need that. We need hunters to go hunting to bring us raw food. Raw food can be changed into food rations here, which is what we need. We got to keep people alive. Water, not a problem. Apparently they just eat snow, but food is a problem. As you can see, 4 people are sick, but they're being treated, so it's not a big deal. I still have 5 engineers not doing anything. Let's see if I can get a little ahead of the game by building another one of these at the start. Finish the road. So as you can see, there's stuff strewn about. There is iron ore deposits. Iron ore, that's for steel. Where's the coal deposits? Do we have coal deposits? Yeah. Where you can build mines and it's kind of eternal. Mother has refused to let her daughter go to work, afraid she'll get injured. We could look the other way this time, but others might see it as unfair. Let her have the day off. The child won't work for 24 hours. We won't make an exception. We will get extra hope for when I accidentally mess it up later. Oh,
It's getting colder.
got cold. I've got it Fahrenheit. I can switch it to Celsius, but I'm gonna leave it as Fahrenheit because that's what I know, being
Move, people.
silly old
Plenty to do.
American that I am. Temperature in the workplace is cold. Can I? Because it was chilly here. There's something to building this. People working here gather resources from nearby coal piles. I don't know if I put them There's something to that. A wood pile was depleted. Does this give me anything? Or is it just for looksies? I think it's just for looksies. There's our hunters coming back. Food rations. We got about 2 days worth of food currently. Get both of our medical posts up and running. I'll go ahead and sort of fast. People are hungry. Why aren't you eating? It's not my fault. Let's go ahead and get the fighting arena.
Hear me, hear me. New law in the city.
Can up the contentment. Can I? Yes. Can. Compile depleted. Cool. Alright, so I want to get a second fighting arena.
Rest all you can.
An attempt to cover all of that. Meanwhile, I guess we will get a cookhouse. I can't build that there right now. That's where the bridge has to go. Okay. Hope rises. Cool beans. Again, this is sort of... This is definitely the endless mode. So there's, as far as I'm aware, no story to this. I don't know of any story. People are hungry, but if they just go and eat, you'll be fine. So my first objective is to survive the first storm. It's going to get colder, then a day later it's going to get warmer again. Right now we're not too bad. This is livable. Livable. This is chilly. Chilly? Yeah, chilly. Low risk of getting ill. I've got pretty good protection against getting sick though right now. Get the kiddos to work over there. I need a coal thumper. Okay. Not enough wood. Okay. I spent all my wood on roads.
Move. Time to get to work.
I need wood more than I need Give me that coal thumper. Then I'll look to see what this is. In the wake of recent child workers' accident, the parents argue that we could give working children double rations to make them stronger and help prevent injuries. We'll eat double rations, hope will rise, nothing will change. And we cannot afford to give anyone double rations at this time. They will have to make do with one ration. Typically, you're in a big old alley, and I think that we still are. Maybe we're not. Are we not? Usually you're in a big old, like, ice cone that prevents the worst of the storms from happening. Maybe that's not the case here. I do not know how anyone could currently be hungry. I have zero idea as to how anyone could be hungry. So what the fighting pit does is people living near fighting arena can find distraction,
Time to rest, folks. Work's
and
out today.
it lowers the discontentment, I think. It's gonna get colder again, and we're really gonna start seeing some sick folks. Eating soup will cause discontent.
Hear me.
Warehouse.
New law in the city.
Can't build that there. I can't build that there. Hit the wrong button.
Bundle up. It's getting colder.
0 is cold. 0 Fahrenheit is cold. 0 Fahrenheit's just downright ugh. As you can see, everywhere is cold. Except some places where it's very cold.
Work time. Get back to work.
I could overdrive this sucker. We're not going to do that. Some people are going to get sick. Probably going to have a couple of amputations where they'll go to live in the care house. Except it's not currently operable. Thumper researched, good stuff. Coal thumper. Where are we going to build this sucker? Like right here would work oh so well. Just, it would be the best location ever. Or here, either of these two spots where there's currently stuff would work fine. I keep hitting exit because I think I need to exit and I don't. We do not have a lot of food rations. It's inoperable because it's too cold. The civilian had to have... One of our people has had to undergo an amputation. Working in the freezing cold left him with such severe frostbite that there was no other choice. We must do something. But I've got to wait a day and a half before I can sign new law. I have built a care house. It's just not operable because it's too cold. If you overdrive the generator, you can only overdrive it to 100%. It's running harder. Steam's falling off of it. It won't last long. But it gives a tiddly bit more heat. Barely. It's brought some things up to chilly. Okay. We need heat. Ters. Probably should have done that first. Temperature's going to go up at the end of this day. 3 are gravely ill, 10 are sick. This is inoperable because it's too cold. Now it's functioning. We'll overdrive it till... there's a lot of sick people. Warm up. It's still really cold, but less cold. Finally got that finished over here. So we'll build that over there now. Hopefully we'll get that built, that dismantled. The heaters are nice because you can do this, and it's 1 cold per hour, but it raises the temperature in that room by 1, so we can get some precious things started. I don't have any idle engineers. I've got 11 idle workers, but that's because I'm waiting on some coal. One of our people's facing death, but he's still refusing amputation. He keeps screaming that he doesn't want anyone to touch his leg, and he won't change his mind, even though gangrene will kill him in a matter of hours. I can let him be, and he will die, or this person will be left as an amputee, which I can tell you, I'm pretty sure he kills himself, because I've played the game enough times, which is not the way to go, by the way. I'm going to respect his wishes. I forget how to build a bridge. Hang on. I saw how to build a bridge. And I've lost how to build a bridge. 150 steel. 200 wood. I don't have enough steel or wood to build a second bridge. Sense of lollygagging around doing nothing. Yep. Patient who refused amputation has just died of gangrene. Discontent will rise slightly. It was his choice. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to people. You can be less content because of it. I've already got 6 amputees living in there. Eek. Got the kids working right here. So essentially what to do with the corpses, we'll keep the dead bodies out of the heat zone and cover them with snow. The cold will halt their decay, in which case we can do organ transplants. But I'm going to do a cemetery, because you cannot build the pits near any heat. That becomes quite a hassle.
Gather your tools. The shift is ending.
The issue is, if I build a new medical post, I don't have the engineers to man it. But let's go ahead and build one, I guess. Establish the cemetery, good deals. Temperature's gonna come back up for roughly a day, 2 days. Because it'll be warm for all of 7 and all of 8, and then the morning of 9 it will get cold again. What's really cool is you can actually watch the snow on top of the buildings get a little better as the temperature in the building increases. Heater doesn't need to be on. 2, 3 again, so that I can build. Well, as soon as I get more wood. Oh, is no one working on wood? I doubt I can build a sawmill without a little bit of wood. Yep, I need just a little bit of wood. Go get wood. Run! What is this? Someone has left a note at the care house. It reads, "Thank you. With all the work we have to do, it's so hard for families to properly care for an invalid. Glad I could help." That's me, Mr. Helpful. Get me some wood. Alright, so. That built. I need more wood. 9, 10.
Work day ends. It's time off.
I need more wood. Hunters will go out and hunt. Eating a lot of food. Go ahead and fix soup. 5 food rations from 2 instead of the other way around. Another day. So we'll have the engineers run that for now till we can get some more wood so that we can build one of these. None this and then max that. We'll put the engineers there. We'll get the workers. Oh, did I only have 10 workers? I see. We are low on everything, I can tell you that.
Night is coming. Put down.
People are hungry. Alright, well this is where we're going to go ahead and wrap up this video on the night of day, or I suppose the very early morning of day 9. The temperature's about to drop. Things aren't looking the best, but they've looked grimmer. So if you enjoyed this video, of course, let me know down in the comments. Hey, I'd love to see this as a series. That's always helpful, letting me know that you'd watch it. Liking the video is another way to show your support for the video. And subscribe if you want to see more content like this. And until next time, guys, stay warm.